Hello there, welcome to your latest weather update from the Met Office. As we end this weekend, we end with some further rain across the UK, and it's all courtesy of this area of low pressure. Note the tightly packed isobars too. It's going to be fairly blustery, especially across more southern parts of the UK. Going into early part of next week, that moves off towards the continent. That allows this area of high pressure to begin to move in, bring in a brief drier and more settled spell of weather. But weather fronts then start to move in across the north. That will then open up the gates to something a bit colder, especially across more northern and eastern parts of the UK as we head towards the weekend. Back to the end of this weekend, and as we go into this afternoon, it's a fairly grey picture, some outbreaks of rain that could be quite persistent at times across parts of northern England especially. Best of any brightness really reserved across parts of eastern Scotland. It may well also cheer up a little bit later across southwestern England. But for all of us, it's going to be another fairly mild picture, maybe not as warm as it was yesterday in the south, but still around 14 or 15 degrees is fairly reasonable for this time of year. So going into this evening, most of us remain quite cloudy with some further outbreaks of rain. Keeping a very close eye on this next band of rain, which will move into parts of Wales and southwest England throughout the night. Could turn quite squally, some fairly poor travelling conditions for a time too. But with all the cloud and rain around across the UK, it's going to be another fairly mild one for the time of year. Most towns and cities staying firmly above freezing. So going into Monday morning, keeping a close eye still on this area of rain. Could be quite a wet commute to work for some of us in the south, but that will clear off. That briefly will allow some drier and brighter weather to develop across parts of the Midlands, East Anglia for a time, but for a lot of the UK, Monday really is going to be a fairly grey day with some outbreaks of rain. That may well be quite persistent, especially into the afternoon across parts of northern Scotland. And with more of a northerly component to the wind, it's going to feel a little bit cooler tomorrow, but still generally on the mild side, temperatures in double figures across the board. But with that cloud and rain around, it's going to feel fairly dull at times. Well, if you want more information about the weather where you are over the next few days, you can always check out our app or on our website. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube. But that's all from me for now. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.